Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Good Saturday morning, everybody. Once again, it is Outdoors with Larry Ray, the fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio programming, coming to you from the spacious ESPN 790 studios out here off the interstate in Memphis, Tennessee. Without further ado. You like that? Without further ado.
I like the
We will talk the one and only, the oracle of the outdoors, Larry Ray.
Of course, I wished I had Frank's voice, because he's got the FM voice. I've told him that he just got it.
I'm not going to quit my day job, though.
You're not going to quit your day job. Okay. I thought that was a day.
I have had people ask me.
He brought his golden microphone with him.
Microphone?
I have had people ask me if I do radio.
Well, I know you do radio.
I say occasionally.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he learned that at Bell Buckle, right? I mean,
right. Not many people know about that.
That's an inside joke
not
right
many people know about Bell Buckle.
That's an inside job right there. So, hey, man, let's close out today's show, and who best to close it out with the man that loves rain. Yeah. John Berry from up in Cotter, Arkansas with the Berry Brothers Guide Service, and I thought, well, this is real suiting. All of the trout streams in the area here are really short on water right now, so...
Well, actually, Larry, we're not in that bad a shape at all.
John, you just stunned me. Okay, you're not in that bad a shape at all. So let's explain
we
this.
We do it by lake level.
Okay, by lake level. Okay,
lake level, and if you look at the lake levels,
okay,
they're all within a foot or so of power pool.
All right.
So
which means
when they're in flood pool, the Corps of Engineers just runs water to get rid of it. But we've been running water for 3 months to stay with all the rain we've been getting.
Ah, okay.
So the lake levels aren't that bad at all.
So the lake levels determine the water levels on the rivers,
right.
But at the same time, as much as it's rained, you if you don't have a good rain suit, you're going to get wet. So
I know. I have done a little guiding in the rain this year.
I bet you have, and it's probably affected some of your clients that say, well, I don't want to get out there and get wet. Do the fish know it's raining? So,
see, the fish are already wet, so they don't care.
They do, yeah. Well, let's talk about it then, because, we are 8 inches over normal here on rain and things like that, and I've had people ask me, well, we'll talk to John and see what the effect has been on the spring, the Little Red, the North Fork of the White, and the White River. And so you're telling us that it hasn't affected fishing then?
It hadn't affected the fishing that much. Now,
okay.
The Little Red, that lake level is a bit higher.
Okay.
So they can expect more generation. But we're to the point where we're very close to power pool, and come May 1st, they're going to raise the lake levels to accommodate the summer boaters. So they're going to actually allow the lake levels to go up 2 feet, and if they do that, we're right there.
So you're saying right now that come May, fishing will be good.
I'm saying fishing's good now.
Fishing is good now. Okay.
Fishing's good now. Now, I haven't been out since yesterday.
Okay. What's that? That went right over some people's heads.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, like on Monday, Monday was a stellar day, and we landed about 75 trout to the net, and that included one big brown, couple of nice cuts, and everything else was rainbows.
Wow. All right. Now, were you waiting?
No, I was in the boat on that day.
All right, you was in the boat on that day.
But the previous Wednesday, my lovely bride and I, Lori, Supercaster, also called the Trout Nazi.
Yes, okay.
we waded Norfolk.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there was wadable water on the Norfolk today.
So So all the concerns about all the rain we're having shouldn't dampen the spirits of those of us that love to fish those rivers over there.
Right. Just read your John Berry fishing report, and I'll tell you that there's wadeable water on the North Fork, and that the flows on the White are very reasonable. Like the last 3 or 4 days, they've been about 1 generator.
That's about minimum. I mean,
yeah, every place isn't wadeable, but I saw guys when I was in the boat. There were people nearby waiting.
Huh. Well, but this time of the year, the temperature is so goofy. I mean, we're expecting pretty cool weather this weekend. And then
it's 53 degrees right now.
Yeah, well, and then it's going into the 40s. Maybe tomorrow morning, Easter Sunday morning, 50s, low 50s, and things like that. But one thing we don't have to worry about is water temperature, right?
Right. Water temperature is constant year-round, 57 degrees.
How much?
57.
57, okay.
Which is optimal for trout.
Further downstream you go, it becomes unoptimal, right?
Well, right now, the trout water downstream is in good shape. Now, when it gets to be summer, 98, 99 degrees,
yeah.
And you get down around,
other side of Calico Rock.
Yes, it'll get warm down there. But where we are, the Upper White, it just doesn't ever get too hot for trout.
So talk about spring, fall. What's your favorite time?
It's kind of a toss-up, Larry, between spring and fall.
Okay.
In the spring, we get our hatches. Right now, we're getting some caddis coming off and the ability to fish dry flies.
Okay, all right.
So, trout fishermen love that topwater action.
But, I've also heard, and this goes with bass also, that you can catch some big ones in the winter when they're trying to fatten up and keep their lives going. But
yeah.
So what's a big one right now? Say a brown right now. What have you seen come out of there?
I've seen some pretty big fish come out here this year.
Inch wide.
Browns.
30? Over 30?
27, 28.
Okay, all right.
I saw a 30 the other day. We had a shad kill this year.
When? When was that?
Oh, we had a late shad kill because we had high generation and some cold weather.
Yes, okay.
And when those shad come through the dam, they get kind of chopped up.
Uh-huh.
And so there was some good shad fishing up by the dam, but there were so many shad coming through that I was catching good trout on shad patterns as far down as Rim Shoals.
Really? Okay.
Which is 24 miles below.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
Well, see, the fish get full after a while.
Well, don't we all?
2 or 3 days of the Chinese buffet coming through the dam, and then those shad will just make it as far down as where I am.
Well, and your location, tell our listeners where your prime in Cotter there. What's your prime?
I'm in beautiful downtown Cotter, Arkansas.
Okay.
And we're about 18 miles below the dam.
Okay.
And as you know, Cotter is trout capital USA.
Well, that's what they say. And
in Cotter, we don't have a bank or a grocery store, but we have 2 fly shops and a kayak shop.
No bank or grocery store. But
no bank or grocery store, but 2 fly shops and a kayak shop.
Well, tell our listeners out there how to get in touch with you.
Well, you can go on my website, BerryBrothersGuides.com, or you can give me a call at 870-435-2169.
And you could go to lroutdoors.com, click on the link to the fishing reports from John, because this is he doesn't just spin these things off. His report is readable. I love to read your reports.
Thank you.
Fishing reports, when I did them for the Commercial Appeal all those years, people read that thing. I don't care if it, who you talk to, but if you read John's, I guarantee you, if you're not even a trout fisherman, you're going to enjoy reading it because he's always got a story in there someplace. The man can.
Yeah, well, I try to write a story every time.
Yeah.
Well, I do write a story every time.
You do, yeah.
And it's usually about the last time I went fishing, or thinking about going fishing, or some kind of useful technique, or
it's an information thing.
Whatever.
It's an information thing. Hey, thank you, John, buddy. We could go into all the details about the banking life, the Ducks Unlimited. I'd rather just talk fishing with you, okay?
All right, bud.
All right. Thank you. Tell Lori hello. All right.
Will do. Bye-bye.
All right. John Berry is a guide.
I was thinking about it when with all the wet weather we've been having, and people talk about, the life of a guide and all that.
Yeah.
When that client's there, it really does make a difference what the weather's like. The client's ready to go.
Yes, he's ready to go, or she is ready. And his wife, like he says, Lori, is a wonderful fisher person herself, too. Let me tell you about next week's show before we get off the air. We're going to talk to James Hall. Yeah, James Hall of BASS, going to talk about the 2019, kind of wrap up the Classic, which was a record breaker at Knoxville, and also the year of the fan celebration that Bass is going to put on throughout the next year. Ian Davis of Cornell Lab of Ornithology. It took me forever to learn how to pronounce that name. Ian's going to be on because the Global Big Day is on May the 4th. Bird watchers from all over the world, and you know how much I like to talk about bird watchers. Hope to hook up with Tim Huffman. He's got his new book out, Limiting Out for Crappie. And I always like to limit out for crappie. And what's going on today at Indian Motorcycle? We got a big bike ride going on today. The weather's been really lousy for the last couple of weekends, and
but it's a great day today. And so this is what we refer to as the Bull Moose Poker Run, and it benefits a charity helping with folks with Down syndrome.
Okay.
And so it's one of the larger bike rides of the year in Memphis, and it starts out at Indiana, Memphis at
what time?
I think it's 10 o'clock.
Somewhere around 10 o'clock
when it's going to go, and so I'm gonna leave here and get over and have breakfast, get breakfast ready for folks, and hopefully we'll have a good turnout and for a great time supporting this cause. All right, great cause. Frank Barton, thank you. Shelby McCall, thank you for taking care of us today. Remember, you can go to lroutdoors.com. We should have the show posted later today, and you'll be able to go back and listen to all the other shows previously. So this is Larry Ray reminding you to do each and every week. It doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport. And what else? God bless the USA.